You're gonna really give me a tick? Can't you give me a break? Man, I'm working for a living. I got a load of rock in the truck, cost me $120. I gotta deliver it. I'm gonna make $150 to deliver $250 or so through 70. I gotta pay $600 fine. Well, driver, you should have been aware of that, man. Make sure when those people are loading in those quarries like that, you gotta know you're the operator. You're responsible. I gotta pay $600 for maybe a $300 job. How do you think my day went today? That's actually happened to me and other drivers. So yeah. But here's the option, Rich. If I need a job, it's a 25-ton job, 23-ton. So I take the 20-ton, and I got to go all the way back and burn that diesel fuel, go back to quarry for 3-ton, come all the way back to the job to drop that other 3-ton off. And you got time consuming, per hour. It takes a couple hours by the time you dump the load. You go back up to the quarry, you got to get on the scale, and then load you up, you get back on the scale for your gross weight, you go deliver the load. So do you carry the 23-ton one shot and take the chance? And look for your errors every now and then, watch for the DOT, you making a U-turn, state highway patrol. So, you see why as drivers, we do what we have to do to minimize our costs, but the risk and the consequences can be great.
Yeah, exactly. Do what you have to do, and you know there's a risk, but business is business. You got to make money, and as far as I know, there's no businesses out there that open for the sole purpose of losing money. That would be stupid.
Exactly. Donna told me today. She reads all these news bulletin flashes and whatnot. She keeps on top of it. I guess it's keeps her mind bright. Yeah, I think it was 33 or 36% of the businesses are suffering in this country today. They're really hard times they're experiencing. I said, really? Are you telling me that? Like, I don't know that small businesses of all sorts, all sizes. A lot of people don't realize that businesses have it hard when they start shutting down. This is what they're planning to do now. They start shutting down, there's going to be shortages on a lot of things. It starts to affect the homeowner, the everyday person. People getting an income, some kind of a pension or some kind of a social security, a check of some sort or another. You're talking about shortage in social security. If they start cutting back on the funds that people are getting and living on that's all they have. There's going to be a lot of unhappy people, really ticked off, man.
Yeah, but how many $1 billion if we sent to the Ukraine? It's enough to make you sick.
Yeah, that's where I'm going with this. But we're pumping out, taking more out of the barrel than's going into the barrel. And so you get to the bottom of the barrel, you're screwed. Glued, tattooed, man. What the hell are we going to do? Right now, things are like, the boat's rocking, but it hasn't capsized yet. But when it does, it's going to be hell to pay. People then, maybe they'll uprise, rather. They'll probably roar, too, like a friggin' tiger or lion.
Well, right now, there's a lot of people hurt, and people are hurting right now. The economy's bad, money's tight, it is what it is. We know why. I'm not even going to go down that road, but there's a reason for it. A senile and stupid reason for it.
Yeah, we're on the same page. I was feeling my power supply. Sounds funny. The little rubber legs, solid legs, I think I told you that the other night. Now I got a little more airflow in there. Oh man, what a difference. Last night when I got off the radio, I put my hand up under the power supply. It was like, whoa, that baby was hot. Now with the little air fans in there, man, they say ventilation don't make a difference. Oh, yeah, right. That's why we got fans on our amplifiers.
Did you know that back in the day, Heatkit made a tube-type mobile amplifier, and if memory serves, it was called HA-14, and it ran a pair of 572s. No fan. Can you imagine how hot that amplifier ran?
Wow. What was that, because they just didn't know better?
Yeah, I guess at the time, 12-volt fans weren't that easy to put inside of an amp, and plus, a 12-volt fan with a brush motor would generate all kinds of RFI. So I guess they figured, well, we just won't put a fan in. I don't know, but man, I can't imagine how hot 572s run without a fan.
How long did that last?
And you can still find those amplifiers if you look around. They're few and far between, but that makes a heck of a mobile amp. It's a good 500 or 600 watts. Man, I'd have to put a fan on that thing.
I think I'm going to have a right finder or gal get online and look for a blower motor that says, they advertise, check out the specs on it, how much air it circulates and all that stuff, and it's got different taps where I could decrease the voltage or whatever resistor they may have a variable to get a more quieter blower motor for the Ameritron. I think I'm going to start selling about these alphas too, Rich. I got too many. I could never get the real use out of all these amps. It was like an obsession. It still is. I like to buy them and try them.
Well, I wouldn't mind looking at some of them bad boys myself. I might take one off your hands.
Yeah, that's a good possibility. I'm giving it some serious consideration. It's nice to be able to have that power to, maintain these, they're like creatures, like possessions, like the man that has the treasure box. He got all different jewels there, the rubies, the emeralds, the pearls, and go and show and say, man, these are, I'm perhaps portraying a picture like I'm some kind of, I know your name is Richie, and like Richie Rich. That should be you. That should be your handle. Richie Rich. Where do they get these expressions from? You probably looked up at your smartphone. Where did the expression Richie Rich come from? And they'll tell you. Some Duke or Baruch or something. It's called Duke or Richard. Richie the Rich. And then they give you the whole history on that to break down. And I think that's so cool. But anyway.
It used to be a cartoon. It used to be a comic book. He was a comic book character, Richie Rich. He was about some multi-billionaire young kid. I can barely remember reading those comic books way back in the day.
Yep. I remember as soon as you mentioned Richie Rich. Yeah, that's it. It was a cartoon character. But I wonder if they based that up at somebody to portray that person like with the cartoon character Richie Rich. Maybe there had to be somebody out there that had all kind of pesos, Isn't that funny? But anyway, back to the pearl box, the treasure chest. Yeah, you get these possessions and you look at them and you put one on this week, next week, and that's what I was saying earlier about that 91B. Beautiful amp, but it really is a nice amp. I liked it. I liked it a lot. But I like the Americatron. I really do. Well, what I like about it is that 1500 tube. I got the big boy Alpha here. I like that one too. If that was working, I would probably just want to keep that one and like the 1500. But the 76 I like, the 78 I like them all. I see that, but I can part with those and still be happy. Once I get the 77 working, then all stops will be pulled. And I can start breaking loose with the other ones. Why? I just don't need all these freaking amps around here like this. I can't use them all at one time. It's like having a house with 3, 4, or 5 bedrooms and say, well, how many kids you got living in there? How much your family number? Well, just me and my wife, and you got like